Hello, welcome to Africa Arise TV with Fortune Esosa. Let's take you back to the life and death of Africa hero Nelson Mandela. Before we continue, please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to our channel for more news and historical contents. Now, Nelson Mandela was born on July 18, 1918, in the village of Mvizo in Umtata, then part of South Africa's Cape Province. A member of the Tembu royal family, Mandela received a traditional education and later attended Fort Hare University, where he studied law. In 1943, Mandela joined the African National Congress, ANC, an organization committed to ending apartheid and achieving equal rights for all South Africans. Mandela became increasingly involved in anti-apartheid activism, leading protests and advocating for peaceful resistance. In 1952, he opened the country's first black law firm with Oliver Tambo. As apartheid policies intensified, Mandela's activism grew, and in 1962, he was arrested and sentenced to 5 years in prison for incitement and leaving the country without a valid passport. While serving his sentence, Mandela and other ANC leaders faced additional charges in the Rivonia trial. In 1964, Mandela received a life sentence for sabotage and other charges. He spent the next 27 years in prison, mostly on Robben Island, becoming a symbol of the global anti-apartheid movement. International pressure for Mandela's release mounted throughout the 1980s. In 1990, amidst shifting political dynamics and the end of apartheid, President F.W. de Klerk announced Mandela's release. Mandela emerged as a pivotal figure in negotiations to dismantle apartheid, leading to South Africa's first multiracial elections in 1994. In 1994, Nelson Mandela was elected as South Africa's first black president, marking the end of apartheid and the beginning of a new era of reconciliation. His presidency focused on national unity, reconciliation, and dismantling the legacy of apartheid. Mandela's leadership during this critical period earned him admiration globally. After serving one term, Mandela stepped down as president in 1999 but continued his philanthropic work, particularly focusing on issues like HIV/AIDS awareness and global peace. He remained an iconic figure, promoting reconciliation and tolerance until his passing on December 5, 2013, at the age of 95. Nelson Mandela's legacy extends far beyond South Africa's borders. He is remembered as a symbol of resistance against oppression, a champion of human rights, and a key figure in the struggle for freedom and equality. His life and leadership continue to inspire people around the world. Nelson Mandela's life was marked by resilience, forgiveness, and an unwavering commitment to justice. Here are additional details on various aspects of Mandela's journey. Early activism. Before his imprisonment, Mandela was instrumental in organizing nonviolent protests against apartheid policies. He played a key role in the ANC's defiance campaign in the 1950s, advocating for civil disobedience against discriminatory laws. Rivonia trial and imprisonment. During the Rivonia trial in 1964, Mandela and several ANC leaders were accused of sabotage and planning to overthrow the apartheid government. Mandela's speech during the trial, where he declared his willingness to die for a democratic and free South Africa, became iconic. Despite harsh conditions in prison, Mandela continued to inspire fellow inmates through clandestine communication and education initiatives. International solidarity. While incarcerated, Mandela became a global symbol of the anti-apartheid struggle. International campaigns, including the Free Nelson Mandela movement, pressured governments and institutions to impose sanctions on South Africa. Mandela's imprisonment became a focal point in the fight against racial injustice worldwide. Negotiations and reconciliation. Upon his release in 1990, Mandela engaged in negotiations with President F.W. de Klerk to dismantle apartheid and pave the way for democratic elections. Despite years of oppression, Mandela advocated for reconciliation rather than revenge. His commitment to inclusivity and forgiveness helped prevent widespread violence during the transition. Presidency and Truth and Reconciliation Commission. As president, Mandela established the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, chaired by Archbishop Desmond Tutu. The commission aimed to address the atrocities of the apartheid era, allowing victims and perpetrators to share their experiences in a process of healing and accountability. Post-presidential activities. After leaving office, Mandela continued his advocacy for social justice and human rights. He focused on issues such as education, healthcare, and the fight against HIV/AIDS. The Nelson Mandela Foundation, established in 1999, became a platform for his charitable work and a repository of his papers and artifacts. Global impact. Nelson Mandela's influence reached far beyond South Africa. He received numerous international awards, including the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993 and his birthday, July 18, is celebrated globally as Mandela Day, encouraging people to engage in acts of kindness and service. Nelson Mandela's life story is a testament to the power of perseverance, forgiveness, and leadership in the face of adversity. His legacy continues to inspire movements for justice and equality worldwide. If you enjoyed this, please stay tuned to the next video. Is your host Fortune Esosa signing out. Thank you for